quantities using costx, including model like you are building. Consistency is king, using the right tool for the right element, communication. Costx is a third-party program that will link in the Revit files directly through DWF and DWFX. costx is made by Exactall. As most QS quantity surveyors are now using this, it now is becoming the complete 3D BIM and 2D estimating solution. Referring back to White Frog module 01, and understanding the level of detail is very important when modelling inside Revit. For example, model like you are building it. Opening the file costx sample used, opening the O2 floor plan, with there's a section near grid 10, opening this section, go to view. As you can see, the floor at the moment extends in to the wall, but the wall is continuous. Either the wall would need to stop and start where the floor is, with another wall below, or the floor itself and its boundary would need to come back to the inside. This is now correct. So modelling like you are building it is very important. Being consistent on a project is important, not just for the initial user but also for the end users. For example, this column here is called concrete round column 450, whereas this column here is called M underscore concrete round column 450. Exactly the same type, or is meant to be the same type, but this will now create problems inside costx. And it's the same as if you're doing a schedule inside Revit. For example, new schedule and quantities, structural column, part account, family and type, changing the sorting grouping by family and type, grand totals, as you can see now. So we're starting to get a difference between the two. So rather than 189, there's 188 plus 1. Using the right tools for the right elements, i.e. not mixing components where they're not meant to be used. If we open a default 3D view, if we change to be shaded, just spinning our model around, whereas these piles obviously being blue in colour, but we've also got some other piles being red. So this pile set here is using concrete cast in situ place, whereas this one is using a different material, which is cast in situ concrete 35 MPa. Again, this will create inconsistencies inside costx. Besides materials, we always try to avoid mixing the elements. These foundations are actually being drawn as a column, whereas these have actually been modelled as foundations. So again, if I was creating now a foundation schedule, count, family and type, sorting by family and type, grand totals, I would be now missing those red piles. And finally, with costx, for this to work very well, is communication. A good example is selecting some of the current elements. At the beginning of the job and throughout the job, a QS or quantity surveyor will tell you what he may need to be filled out. For example, there might be a building zone to be filled out. So this may be Zone A. Having this information up front will save time at the end. Not filling our elements out everywhere. So ignoring these all of a sudden creates inconsistencies. And that concludes quantities using costx.